The Crusades were rampaging armies of European Christians who wrought havoc here. Their goal? To defeat the Muslims and put the Holy Land back in Christian hands.
But Muslim dominance returned, and in the 16th century, the Ottoman Turks surrounded Jerusalem with this mighty wall. And the 20th century has left reminders of the determined Zionist spirit that built today's Jewish state. Pillboxes on the Golan Heights recall Israel's commitment to holding the high ground. Lush valleys farmed by cooperative communities called kibbutzes recall generations of patriotic Israelis who turned the desert into orchards.
In 1947, after the Holocaust and the end of World War II, the United Nations helped found the modern state of Israel, and Jews, long dispersed across the world, returned to their ancient homeland. In the process, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians were displaced, and to this day, both peoples struggle to find an equitable and peaceful way to share what each consider their rightful homeland.
This process has been difficult, and both sides have suffered tragically. Around here, one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. In the name of defense against suicide bombers, Israel has built what it calls a security fence, and what millions of Palestinians consider a degrading and illegal land grab. And Israel is further asserting itself by building communities for hundreds of thousands of Jewish settlers across the West Bank border, in what Palestinians consider their territory. While there are no easy answers, as a travel writer, I believe traveling here is important. I connect with people whenever and wherever I can. Just meeting people and talking helps build understanding. Jerusalem is a sprawling and modern city of about 800,000 people. Exploring its shopping boulevards and malls, an American feels right at home. But its historic core, the old city, home to around 35,000, feels lost in time. Its venerable walls corral a tangle of vibrant sights. Within a 10-minute walk, you can see the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, so sacred to Christians. The Dome of the Rock, treasured by Muslims, and at Temple Mount, the holiest place in Judaism, the Western Wall. For so many people, Jerusalem is the closest place on earth to heaven. Much of Jerusalem's importance rests upon a very special rock, which lies under this glittering dome. Muslims believe Muhammad journeyed to heaven from this rock, and they worshipped here for 1,300 years. This glittering shrine, the Dome of the Rock, is one of Jerusalem's enduring landmarks. Intricate geometric designs in stone and tile fit within its pure and simple lines. While today this plaza functions as a massive mosque for Muslims, Jews call this place Temple Mount. It was the site of their ancient temple complex, only the foundation of which survives. It's here that they believe Abraham, as a test of his faith, was asked to sacrifice his son, Isaac. Considering this spot the center of the earth, Jews have worshipped here for 3,000 years.
1,000 years before Christ, King David united the 12 tribes of Israel and captured Jerusalem. His son, Solomon, built the first temple right here. It was later destroyed, and the second temple was built. Then came the catastrophic year for the Jews.